Sorry, Jana.
So Barry brought over a bottle of beer that I think I've had, which seems actually like a low fill.
Yeah, I think they gypped me out of half an ounce there.
Yeah, you should call them. Anyways, this is a beer that I've only had at tastings or when I'm just like blacked out of my mind at like a line bottle share.
Yeah.
Like Darkness
Where you get
or
half an
Central
ounce.
Waters or something.
You get half an ounce and you move
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Yeah.
So this is Port Brewing, and they're an association of Lost Abbey, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Older Viscosity. This is an Imperial Stout clocking in, I think, 12% alcohol by volume. I have to double check. Yeah, 12%, availability of June. So it's one of their seasonal stouts. It's aged in oak barrels. It doesn't state bourbon barrels. It doesn't state cognac barrels. It doesn't state a whole hell of a lot.
No.
It's cork and cage sealed, so there's a lot to say about that.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that's really cool. That's a nice touch.
Love it.
Big ass pop. Go ahead, Barry. It's your beer.
All right.
Thanks for bringing it.
No problem.
So yeah, this is one of those beers before I get married that I had to try, or that just happened to stumble upon my doorstep. 375 milliliters. I don't know much about this beer.
I don't either. I was at, I think it was Beer Temple in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And it was just sitting on the shelf. I've had it a couple times. I remember the cocoa, chocolate, barrel flavors I got from it, so I just grabbed it. It was pretty expensive. I think it was around $15. 13 or 15 if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
I don't remember exactly.
Damn, son.
Yeah, I know. But I knew when I saw it I had to have it again.
It doesn't really talk too much about anything else about it.
No.
That we need to know.
No.
It does pour out pretty viscous.
Yeah.
For a name like Older Viscosity, you would expect that.
Exactly.
The head is not as dark as I would expect it.
No, it's not.
There's so many of those less long-aged, bourbon barrel-aged beers, Imperial Stouts for that matter, that, just have these really, faint khaki heads.
Right.
I expect, more of that burnt mocha, caramelized sugar-looking note, but, hey, it looks good.
Yeah.
Let's dive into the nose a little bit.
Sure.
Oh.
Whiskey.
More than whiskey, I get, really, really young oak. Fresh,
Yeah. This...
It's like they took, a barrel that held whiskey for 2 years max.
Yeah.
Filled it, let it sit for a year, and bottled it. It's, really, really young whiskey. And tons and tons and tons of white oak.
This...
Tannic, mind you.
Yeah, I think I had...
Vanilla, though. Big-ass vanilla.
14 or 13, I don't remember.
Sure.
They're not very clear on what year it is. I remember more chocolate and cocoa on the nose than this.
Yeah,
this is...
undecipherable.
This could also be very barrel hot.
True.
If I believe this is this year's, since I bought it a couple weeks ago in Chicago.
I get just a ton. Well, they say the bottle in June, so you got about 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I get tons and tons of okay, hang on. Macadamia nut character. That Firestone Walker barrel character. That coconut.
Yep, I just had Eldorado.
Big ass coconut. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of those notes are on this beer. But then there is a lot of tannic oak.
Yep. Totally. I see what you're saying about young whiskey.
Yep.
Like a small distillery doing a 2-4 year barrel.
Totally.
Right?
Well, it smells good.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to you guys. Holy oak. That, man.
Yeah.
I like it. A lot of oak.
Yeah, a lot of... it is a mouthful of tree.
Mm-hmm.
Saying it lightly, right?
A lot of tannins. This will leave a headache.
Yeah.
By 8 o'clock, we are going to have a fucking tannins headache.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
I am not picking up any of the chocolate.
No.
Or cocoa.
No, I actually don't get any of the beer at all.
No.
I get all
barrel.
tannins, barrel, vanilla, macadamia, white chocolate. A lot of those, and it's pure barrel. It's not bad.
No.
I want some more beer to it.
I know. I just had Eldorado a week ago, and my complaint with Eldorado was it's all barrel. I couldn't taste any of the base beer.
Right.
It was a blonde barley wine, whatever that means.
Right.
I got none of that from it. I'm getting none of that from this.
Yeah,
This is
that beer was all.
This is whiskey and oak, and predominantly oak.
Right. I just don't get any chewiness.
Mm-mm.
For viscosity in the name, I don't get any viscosity.
No, this is nothing like I remember. I know you're not going to get viscosity with age, but I'm wondering if the bottles I've had in the past were aged longer than this, because I remember like cocoa powder, chocolate, and whiskey, and
I just think that has to be in the base beer to begin with.
It might be, yeah. I wonder if they're mass producing this more. I don't know.
That would be my guess.
I'm completely uneducated on saying that, but
me too. I have no idea. I don't know anything about port brewing. I know they make some fucking baller ass IPAs.
Yeah, and
Pronto or whatever.
And they're trying to make more of everything.
Is that Pizza Port? That might be Pizza Port.
Pizza Port out of.
But I think they're all the same. No, Pizza Port's Cali. I think Pizza
Port.
No,
Pizza Boy. There's too many pizza beers, damn it.
Pizza Port, Port Brewing, and Lost Abial, I think, make the same shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really perplexed on this one. I don't think it's a bad beer, but I think this is more or less a regional, like, Central Waters treat to them, like it is to us.
Yeah.
I would rather buy Central Waters Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout and sip that.
I'm on the lines with
for
you.
The price.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very expensive.
Well, it's fun to try.
Definitely. I bought it off of what I've had in the past, and I'm kind of let down a little bit by this.
Kind of like Darkness, maybe over the years.
I don't know.
Or even Rum King over the years. Way different beer.
I'm not positive on the price.
I'm struggling,
but
I'm really struggling to want to take another sip. Like, it's so tannic and barrel heavy.
This isn't a drain pour by any means. But
it's a beer you know you're going to be fucked up on.
Yeah. I wish we had like 5 more people to split this with.
Yeah. We're going to be sitting here.
It's kind of heavy. All that barrel, all that heat. It's not what I remember at all.
What do you think you rate it?
God.
I agree.
This is tough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be an a-hole about it, but...
Well, I mean, there's being an a-hole, and that's rating of 75. And then there's rating this based on the fact that...
Upper 80s, low 90s.
I was thinking like an 87.
Yeah.
I think it's...
I might go 89.
Yeah.
And see, I'm hanging on memories of the previous bottles I've had.
Right? There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I think I'm going to go an 87. I think it's right on the cusp of being really, really good if it had more of that base beer. Like, this beer was not developed as a beer to go in barrel. This beer was just developed.
Yeah.
There was really, to me, there was just not a lot of thought in it.
Yeah.
It was probably a beer that was made in the late 80s, early 90s of an Imperial Stout. Said, let's use a ton of base malt and splatter in some of those specialty malts and throw it in a barrel and be done with it.
Yeah.
Something that just, takes on the flavors of the barrel really, really well.
Yeah. I agree.
And I think now, just like the same thing, the IPA effect that we're experiencing. We're getting these treehouse beers. We're getting these Trillium beers. We're getting these toppling beers. We're getting all these amazing, incredible IPAs that are pushing the limits between aromas, hops, mouthfeel, everything.
Yeah.
And everything else is thus disappointing.
Right.
Same thing here.
Yeah.
You got TG. You got Goose Island.
Yep.
You've got all these guys doing these barrel-aged beers, and they're knocking it out of the park with all the elements that this is missing, so thus falls into the latter place.
Yeah.
That's just me, and I'm trying to, because I've received a lot of flack in the last couple of weeks of viewers saying that I'm pompous, and I come off as, arrogant and conceited, and basically every know-it-all term you can think of.
Yeah.
And I don't ever mean to be that way.
No.
The problem is the bar is just thus elevated.
That's what I was just going to say.
Every beer that we've had.
The more beer you drink,
I mean, I'd rather
your bar
drink
gets
another
higher
bottle
and
of
higher.
Texas Brunch than
I know.
this.
I agree.
And that's not tooting my own horn. That's just...
And not to knock port at all.
No.
This is not, the last bottle I had did not taste like this at all. Again, I don't know if it's age. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this batch came out wrong. I don't know. This tastes different to me than I remember. It could also be palate development. And it could also be that I've had how many barrel-aged stouts since then that have raised my bar. I don't know.
Taste it again. There's this weird rubbery cork note that I'm getting. Like this, not rubber cork as in this cork, but there's this like really weird waxy rubbery note right at the end of the tannins. You might get it?
Yeah, no.
It's just like, It's almost like this cork wasn't sealed tight enough in the bottle.
Yeah.
like there's almost some oxidation beginning,
Yeah.
or some just outside air getting in. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe that's from the barrel treatment. I'm not sure. They're a fantastic brewery.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's good
people
too.
Should
it's not
try
great.
it.
In my previous experiences, it's been borderline great.
Yeah.
And it's just not borderline
Maybe
great.
we just
right
got an
now.
off bottle.
Could be. I don't know.
Man.
It was sitting on the shelf. I don't know if that's normal because we don't get port here.
Label approval was done in 2011.
Okay.
That's insane to me. All right, guys, that's another review. The last probably not, but really close to the last review I will do as a single man. So we'll definitely see you again in another beer review.
Cheers.